Hello, everybody. This is Vinnie Tartamella. I am the co-creator of Through the Woods, co-creator of The Ghostly Manor on Howling Hill, creator of City of Venus. And tonight, I'm going to be showing off at least 3 other creators. We might get more. We have Carla from The Grim Reaper, Volume 2 or Issue 2.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me, Vinnie. Well,
A pleasure. She's my sister.
of course.
Michael Derrick with Grayskale.
Hey guys, how's it going? Happy to be here.
Cool, brother. And of course, we have Rob. He's known as Passion for Drawing with Doom Fate.
What's up, Vinny? What's up, everybody? Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
A pleasure, guys. A pleasure. And lady. Yeah. So we're just going to jump into it because Michael might have to leave pretty soon. So I'm going to share screen and we're going to start covering these great campaigns. Make sure my audio's on. All right. Very cool. So, Michael, tell us about this project. What was the inspiration for it? Let fans know why they should be buying this.
Yeah, definitely. So Grayscale is my take on the superhero genre. Everybody, I feel like a lot of these Indiegogo campaigns, people are coming out with these new iconic characters, and I really wanted to have my iconic characters. So but it's kind of hard, nowadays. So many great superheroes have already been made. It's like, how do you do anything different? Luckily, I came up with an idea for his power that actually hasn't been done before. He can actually see and manipulate the power of karma, which surprisingly not that many characters actually use karma as a superpower. So I kind of went from there and developed, fleshed out the character and the world and all that stuff. So this is a 60-page full-color comic book. A lot of action, a lot of humorous moments, and I just wanted to make it as epic as possible, as kind of a throwback to the type of superhero stories that I love so much from the 90s. So
nice, man. I like it. Yeah, and tell us about your creative team as well.
Yep. So I'm writing it, and we have an artist on board, PK, and he did another Comicscape book, The Ballad of Dusty Tortillas, which was a Western. Mm-hmm. I think that was probably his biggest project to date, at least in the West. He's an Indian guy. And then we have for colors, Eugene Bativu, who is, as you can see there with that first preview page, I mean, his colors look absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I saw his work on Magic Cop, and I knew I wanted to work with him because I really love the way his colors look, and I think he's a great match with PK as well.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah. I definitely say they complement each other for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and for letters, I brought on a professional letter. This is my second campaign. Mm-hmm. For the first one, I actually lettered the book myself. I think I did a pretty good job, but I kind of had to learn from scratch how to letter a book. And it was kind of a nightmare, so I didn't want to go through that again. So mm-hmm. I was like, you know what, let me bring on a pro. And so for letters, we have James Reed. He's a 16-year industry veteran. He's worked for a lot of the major companies, and as you can see there, his lettering is top notch. So definitely happy to have him on board.
Nice, very cool, man. Oh, are you paying some homage to your other book?
Yeah. So if people don't know, yes, like I said, this is my second campaign. My first one was called The Abductables. It was a sci-fi action comedy that kind of dealt with the gray aliens. So for the preview pages here, it's kind of the opening scene of the book where our hero Grayscale stops a casino robbery. Mm-hmm. And, I wanted to give the robbers a kind of cool gimmick. So I was like, you know what, let me give them alien masks as a kind of a tip of the hat to the previous campaign. So
that's great, man. Yeah.
And, some people were like, are they actually aliens? It's like, no, that is just alien masks. But at the same time, while our hero Grayscale, I kind of consider him in the same vein as like street level heroes like Daredevil and Punisher. Mm-hmm. But there is definitely room for some of the wackier elements of the superhero genre. There's a lot of crazy villains that he has to deal with. And, it's comics, so I feel like anything goes in this world for sure.
Yeah. That's cool, man. Yeah, I was having this discussion with someone else recently about that. Yeah, there's not a ton of like classic superhero type characters, but no, that's cool that you're doing it too, though.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
know-
it's interesting because it's like comics. There was a while there where it was kind of unheard of for superheroes. Obviously, that's kind of the main genre, especially for American comics.
Yeah.
And then Image started coming out with a lot of different genres, and they really started pushing. It's like we have enough superheroes. Let's give some of the other genres love in the comic book medium, and I think that's great. I do agree that we need to have as many types of stories as possible, but at the same time, I don't think we should turn our back on the superhero genre either. I think there's room for any kind of story in comics, and I definitely I think superheroes have been kind of the number one genre for a reason. I think it just goes great with the comic book medium where there's no you could do whatever you want. You can let your imagination run wild and just go crazy. So,
Oh, absolutely, man. And yeah, hail to the chat. Yeah, I should have done that earlier. Sorry, guys. Nella, Gus, Peter. Oh, Simon's here as well. Cool. Hail, brother. Yeah, Zay Comics. He was sending some love towards Passion.
He said all these beautiful people and passion. So that means I'm superior. So that's
Blue Samurai. Yeah, no, like I said, there's a lot of cool people here. I'm glad more people are starting to trickle in as well. So is the character, is he wearing a mask or is it his superpower? What's the deal going on?
Yeah, that is a mask. We want, that was another kind of problem we ran into early on, is like, how do we give him like an iconic look?
Mhm.
And it's funny because his name is Grayskale, so it stands to reason that he'd have the gray outfit. But it's like that kind of goes against what you would expect from superheroes. You kind of expect the colorful costume and
Right.
just to make it as iconic as possible. It's like, well, how do you make a gray costume iconic? But I think we made it work, and especially in contrast to the other characters that he deals with. So the subtitle of the book is "Welcome to Glitter City," and Glitter City is kind of our fictional version of Las Vegas. And there's a lot of, as you can imagine, with a city inspired by Las Vegas, there's a lot of glitz and glamour and a lot of outrageous villains that inhabit the city. And I think it makes a nice visual contrast between all these colorful characters and then Grayscale.
Yeah, man. It's got like that touch of Batman. That yeah, he doesn't have to be the colorful one. Let the villains be that.
Yeah, exactly.
reminds me of Mr. Fix-It from you remember the Hulk run where he was Gray Hulk and he was in Las Vegas?
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, the overcoat.
Yeah.
That's cool stuff.
And
Nice.
that right there, that's actually it's the Dark Ages ash can. That's not it's not in the same universe as Grayscale. It's a completely separate story, written and drawn by Grayscale artist PK.
Right.
Yeah, so we wanted to give a little more of a bonus to people if they'd like. So we did add the ash can as a add-on perk. So if you want a little, if you want another comic to go with Grayscale, you can check out this awesome cyberpunk sci-fi action story. Just
Nice.
add on as an ash can. So yeah,
That's great. How many pages is that one?
it's at least 20. We might do a little more, but yeah, at least 20 for sure.
Cool, man. I dig it.
Yeah, and like I said, the main Grayscale book, that's 60 pages of story, and then we'll probably have like a pinup gallery or something.
All right, cool. Yeah, that sounds good, man. 60 pages is fantastic.
Yeah, we definitely, I think that'll give us enough room to tell a complete story. The plan would be to for this to just be the first of many stories with the character, but even if that's not the case, this will tell a beginning, middle, and end for this. And here we have some artwork by Canales, artist of Abductables and Iron Sights. He did a pinup for me of the character, which
I love
Canales' style.
Yeah, he's great, man. He's crazy. Yeah. He's fun. He's a great artist.
Yep.
Cool, man.
And then we have another pinup from Narwhal from Earthbound, who's got really great, unique style. So it's always
Oh, yeah.
fun to see the character interpreted by different artists.
Yeah, man. His energy is always so great in his drawings. You know, stuff just comes to life.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
And then here we have the from 6 a.m. Comics. He did a bunch of the Comicsgate characters in his kind of chibi style.
Yep.
I'm sure you guys saw that big collage he did of all the different characters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I was lucky enough to I actually got in there twice. He did Grayscale and the Abductee. So I was very happy to be a part of that, and I love his style as well.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He told me he kept kicking himself in the ass. He hasn't done my characters yet because I've got a bunch from all the campaigns that I've had. I'm like, you haven't done one. Because no, I'm going to. I'm like, no
I
worries.
mean, you could have your own collage with all your characters, you know.
Yeah, more or less. Jesus. Dude, that's cool. I like that piece.
Yeah, that's actually the first promotional image that we made for the book when we first started promoting it last year. So you can see the costume design's a little different, but yeah, it's I really like how that piece turned out as well.
Yeah, well, his essence is there. I mean, the character is pretty much he evolved a bit, but it still looks killer.
Thank you.
And a pleasure. All right, let me go up. Let's take a look at the. So actually, let's watch the trailer. Let's hit that.
Yeah.
That's very cool, man.
Thank you. Yeah. Shout out to iMovie.
iMovie.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that trailer really turned out epic. It's crazy how much a difference music makes. Like, just put some epic music to these images, and it just gets your blood pumping.
Oh hell yeah, man! Great stuff.
Oh, and I should say, not only did I steal the colorist from Magic Cop, but I actually got Brandon Diaz from Magic Cop to do the Grayscale logo. You can see it on that cover art there. He did a great job. So shout out to Brandon.
Yeah, the Diaz brothers, they're awesome.
Yeah,
guys. Yeah, man. Yeah, they're chilling in the chat. Stole the colors. Oh shit.
That's what Ethan Van Sciver always says. Everybody's trying to steal Kyle Ritter from him. So I guess the Diaz brothers can relate.
Yeah, man. It's nuts. And once people start to see more of these projects, they're always hitting up other creators, which is cool. The thing is, it's time, time and money. That's what nails a lot of these jobs.
Yep.
It's crazy. But tell us about the perks. We'll cover these.
Yeah, definitely. So the main perk is just the physical copy of the book. So you get the 60-page full color comic for $15. And we have the digital option for $10. And of course, no shipping, so you definitely save some money there. But I should say all the physical perks do come with the digital PDF as well. So really, I just wanted, I always want to give people options, but I know some international backers, the shipping could be a bit high. So worst case scenario, if everything else, if you can't splurge on the main book, that we do have the digital option as well. And then we also
Well, is this going to be perfect bound or
right now it'll be a floppy comic, like a standard comic book, but we do have a stretch goal. If we do reach a certain amount, we will upgrade it to a square bound trade paperback. So
okay, very cool. All right, sorry, yeah. All right, so digital for 10.
And then two copies at a bit of a discount. So for $25, you get 2 copies.
Yeah, that's good.
And all these are signed by me and shipped in Gemini mailers, which we used in the last campaign. Which I can't recommend the Gemini mailers enough. They definitely they're like the I think John Malin calls them the armored tank of shipping comics. So
That's awesome. Yeah,
shout out to Gemini.
Yeah, my next campaign, I'm going to be. I was looking at that, but they're not big enough for my book.
Yeah, because you got the unique. They only really fit like the standard comic book size.
Yeah,
I was talking to Crystal McGee from the Good Night about that yesterday. She did her book in the magazine style format, so it's a lot bigger. So she can't use the Gemini mailers either, unfortunately.
yeah, it's kind of crazy, but I think I found a good substitute, which is going to be, it's closer to like a thin cardboard box. So it should be pretty good. I'm waiting for those to come because I'm going to be doing, like you got to test out the materials, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You just have the big water and do it all in one shot. So.
The Uline is a great website, so go on there. They have good mailers and stuff you can get for pretty good price.
Uline?
Yeah, is in unicorn, and then line, LINE. You can buy them in bulk. There, I use I don't know the code on them, but I use them for I use a lot of them for my coloring books and stuff like that. So they're solid. They're solid too. They fold in like a Gemini mailer, but it doesn't have the slot in the middle for a comic book. It's almost the same thing, and it's as thick. So you can, and they are kind of where you can flex them, where you can make them smaller or bigger depending on the book. So like the sides are kind of not perforated but bent, so you can bend them. If the book's a little thinner or it's a little thicker, it goes up to mine. The one I bought goes up to 2 inches, I think.
All right.
And as small as a quarter inch.
I'll definitely check them out for sure. Because right now it looks like it's a good sturdy box that's going to be coming. I ordered a few of them so I could test it out because it'll be a bit of a snug fit for my book since my book is like 8.5 by 11, but the actual cover itself is slightly bigger since it is hardcover. So yeah, I gotta just make sure everything fits in properly. Bubble wrap and all the good stuff. But yeah, I mean, people know they know that I'm a stickler about shipping anyway. I mean, yeah, you're a Mogwai. You can say it. I recommend the Vinnie mailer. Yeah, I go a little nuts with it, but hey, I want books to arrive in perfect condition, so I think it's worth it. All right,
yeah, it's definitely I hate when I see certain campaigns like cheap out on the shipping material because it's only going to cost you more in the end because you're going to have to deal with replacement copies and stuff like that. So it's better to just pay a little more and then make sure it gets there safe and sound.
Yeah, like my first 2 campaigns, I hit like a little bump in the road here and there with that stuff, and that's when I was like, really triple checking how things should be packed and all that stuff. But
yeah,
it's because you can't anticipate what the post office is going to do, right? Some of these people, they just don't care. It's exactly like Jim Carrey and Ace Ventura in the beginning, kicking the box around. And yeah, that's exactly what they do.
Yeah, they go out of their way to destroy what people ship out.
It's insane. But let's get back to the bulk order. So for 50, what do we have here?
Yep. So you get 5 copies for $50, so $10 each. So just a bulk order, good for collectors or if you want to resell some of them or what have you. I know some people like to have a copy to read and then some to collect. So,
True, yeah.
Options. And there's only 5 slots of that available, so it is a limited perk.
Okay, very cool.
Yep.
Nice.
And then here we have the option to get drawn into the book for $150. One of those has been claimed, so there's only 2 slots left for this.
Beautiful.
And this does come with 3 copies of the book. But yeah, so if you want to be a character in Glitter City, you can actually, get drawn into the book, and you'll actually you'll interact with that character in the thumbnail there. She's one of Grayscale's villains. Her name is Phantasmagoria, and she can create psychedelic thought forms out of her hallucinations. And, so I have it there. It says, "Get your mind blown by Phantasmagoria." So, I always want there to be a gimmick. I didn't want people to just be a random like bystander in the background. Like I want to
Hmm.
have them interact with some of the characters. So obviously in the last campaign, I had the option you could actually get abducted in the Abductables, and here you're kind of at the mercy of one of the villains in the book. So
That's awesome. And I like the name
Nice.
too. It reminds me of a video game from years and years ago. It was a crazy one with the same title, man. That's cool though. Good stuff.
yeah, I like that word.
Yeah, like I said, congrats again, man.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, to move the bigger tiers is always a great sign, man. Totally.
Mm.
So tell us
And,
about this one.
Yeah, so executive producer. So here, not only we get 4 copies of the book, but you'll also get the proof copy, for the initial proof copy from the printer, and then you'll also get your name listed with the rest of the creative team, both in the credits page on the inside cover and on the cover of the book itself. So your name will be immortalized in the book.
That's great. Very cool. Yeah, so you guys check out this campaign. If you haven't yet backed it, do it now. Yeah, definitely back this thing. This looks awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Thank you.
let's hit the stretch goals too. What do we got here?
Oh yeah. So at 8,000, we will include a trading card with the book. Part of what the initial idea for this book again was kind of going back to the glory days of the 90s, and I always loved the trading cards from the 90s where they had the character stats on the background that show like strength, speed, agility, all that stuff. So we will have a trading card featuring exclusive artwork with character stats included.
That stuff was always fun. I always dug it. I remember walking to the comic shop and buying packs and packs of those things.
Yeah.
Jeez,
And then, so the next stretch goal is we will get new cover art. It's from a top secret artist. I don't want to say who, but if we do reach that goal, we'll get an exclusive new cover art for the book from a very high tier artist. So
beautiful.
Yeah. And then the final one is, like I said earlier, it will upgrade the book from a floppy comic to a trade paperback. So
beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, and for 60 pages, that would definitely be a great goal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we're definitely hitting the upper limit of how many pages you can actually have in a standard comic book. I think it only goes up to 66. So
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And I've done the art books that had 52 pages. Going a little bit more than that. It could be a little problematic, but I think 60 is pretty perfect. But fingers crossed that the campaign keeps doing well, and you hit that 20, because that would be an amazing format for this book.
Yep, and we're a little over a week into the campaign. We've been moving along slowly but surely. So hopefully we can keep up the pace and get this book funded. Definitely looking forward to hopefully getting the book into people's hands, because I think we got a really great story to tell.
Hell yeah, man! So guys, check this one out. We covered this one a little. Well, I think we did a pretty good time on this. Considering we have more people waiting here. But so Michael might be jumping out in a little bit regardless. So whenever you do, just let us know. No hard feelings. No hard feelings.
Yeah, I'll stick around a little longer. I am about probably 20 minutes. I'll have to head out to go on Winger's stream.
Yeah. Very cool. Yeah, Wenger's great. You tell him we said hello.
Will do.
And if he's still going on later, I might even jump on. All right, let's jump to Doom Fate.
What's up? That's me.
Yeah, that's you. Hello. Hello.
What's going on? Yep, this is my book, Doom Fate.
Tell us about this beautiful, beautiful project and all the amazing artists that are working on it.
Well, they're not working on it. They did pieces for me, but yeah. This is Doom Fate. It's a sword and sorcery book. It is about a clan of barbarians in real northern part. They're in a valley, and they're like big burly. They believe in the fates as gods, so that they honor them as like a pantheon. And basically, your whole life is ruled by whatever the fates tell you to do. And one particular barbarian, she decides she's not going to do that. She's going to do her own thing. And hilarity ensues. Well, tragedy and destruction and blood and guts, and there's a lot of that. So,
yeah, this project looks insane.
Yeah, it's pretty epic. Right now, we're sitting probably in the 50s on the pages, and it's probably going to be more than that.
Beautiful, man.
Yeah. So it's written, drawn, and colored by myself. If you want to refresh the page, I just put some stuff up. I put some fresh pages on. So I don't know if you had that tab open, but while we were talking, I put some fresher stuff on there. But
it's on this main one, or is it on one of the other?
Yeah, it'll be as you scroll down. You'll see it. But we're doing pretty good. We've unlocked a bunch of stuff. It's coming out hopefully in April. I'm about a dozen pages away from finishing up the pencils. And then all through the rest of February and March, I'm inking and coloring and trying to get it out the door in April.
Yeah, it's a colossal feat to do a book all by yourself. Trust me. I know.
Yeah. And Phil Diaz is doing he's doing the letters for me.
Mm-hmm.
So he's doing a great job. He's already soon. I'll have to show the letters for these pages we're showing off. They look really cool. We're kind of going in that Walter Simonson run on Thor. The lettering on that is an inspiration. So we want the lettering to be like a character in and of itself. So that's gonna be cool.
Yeah, that's always a good thing. It's a nice touch.
Yeah, so if you're into Conan the Barbarian and Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit and Dungeons and Dragons and those comic books, adventure stuff, this is the book for you. It's, as you can see, it's not for little kids. It looks cartoony, but it's not. So it's gonna have a lot of fun, a lot of really cool story. I think it's pretty unique. I don't think anybody in Comicsgate's doing what I'm doing. So please check it out.
This style is really, really great on this and very unique. That's for damn sure. But yeah, dude, it works.
Yeah, it's a little bit cartoony, a little bit fantasy, a little battle chasers in there, a little bit of just 90s comics, and it's just all the things that I loved about comics and fantasy stuff all rolled into one project.
Yeah, and that's what it is, man. It's that's what we're doing. We're putting our heart and souls into all this stuff. What we like, what we dug. I trying to keep that kind of same energy alive in comics. Because the main two aren't doing it. It's up to us.
Yeah, exactly.
So we got. I was able to get some amazing artists to do some trading cards and prints for me. One of them is Vinnie, yourself. So you did a pretty awesome piece.
Yeah, I know that guy. He's good.
Yeah, which you sold on. You got some good money for it on Ethan's stream. I saw. So that's cool.
Yeah, the auction.
Yeah, that's great, man. Good. I want my money back now, Vinnie. Now we got Simon Poitier, Narwhal did a piece, Sweens did a piece. Vinnie, Joe, Ball. We did Peter Gilmore did a piece, Vic King did a piece, Carl Rowe did a piece, and then I had some other fantasy artists, friends of mine. They did Joby Dorr and Urban Drawer, and so they all did pieces for me, and I've done some pieces. Then you got 6 a.m. Comics. He did a series of stickers for me. A little cartoony of the main characters, which they all haven't been revealed yet, because we kind of came to a halt here on scaling up. You know how it is with a campaign, kind of you get into a dry spot.
Right.
So we're going to reveal him once we hit 6,000. I'm going to reveal the Carl Rowe print. His is going to be a print.
Nice.
And then we'll probably put out the rest of the stickers around that time. So you see that I think there's 2 more stickers to go. And you'll get a lot of extra cool stuff. There's a trading card tier, and if you back the book at the main tier, you get some of those trading cards included. And on the back, there'll be stats if you're into Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that. There'll be stats on the back.
That's excellent.
So and everything's everything's signed. So it'll be good. It's going to be a cool book. So I think everybody will enjoy it. It's hard. Like I want to tell everybody what's going on.
Yeah.
But even the guys I hang out with, and they're watching me draw it and stuff. I got to keep stuff because they all back the book, and they don't. I'm even like Phil. I'm not giving him all the pages in order because I don't want him. I don't want the story ruined for him either. So, but he's going to know some of the big moments in the book, and but there's this. Yeah, it's going to be action packed.
Sorry, that's kind of hilarious. You have your letter, and he's not even going to know what's going on.
Well, he wants to know. They're seeing me draw this stuff. We hang out quite a bit, and they're seeing me draw this stuff. And they're like, no, don't show us. Don't show. We all back the book. We're they're all excited. So, they've been watching me create it for the past like 6 months. So, I'm getting real close to finishing the hard part, the pencils. So, getting all the story together. Really close. So
that's beautiful stuff, man. Yeah, I mean, like the amount of violence in here. Yeah, that's like totally like perfect kind of Conan.
Yeah, or Berserk. If you know manga, it's very Berserk inspired. A lot of that kind of stuff. So if you're into that, this is definitely the book. She's a cool character. She's not a Mary Sue or anything like that. She's actually the opposite. Mm-hmm. As you can see here, she gets her ass kicked pretty regularly.
Oh yeah.
So she's there's the hero thing. She makes a lot of mistakes and stuff like that. Like another inspiration was Gru the Wanderer. That's another inspiration. If you ever read that book.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, he's kind of Conan, but he's a total idiot.
Yeah. So
she's kind of an idiot too. She's not very smart.
She's a fun character to draw, though. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I worked on her design a long time, probably a year. Because it's hard to. At first, it was going to be a dude, and he ended up every time I drew him, he ended up looking way too much like Conan.
Yeah.
And then I switched it to a woman. I'm like, oh, why not a woman? Just I didn't change the story for a woman. I just took a woman. So then you get the problem of, well, she looks a little too much like Red Sonja. You got to change it, because I want her to have red hair. You got barbarian women have to have red hair, and I just kept doing more and more designs, and this one came out to where I could draw it and replicate it easy, and still make her look sexy, and
yeah, it's solid. It makes sense, and it works.
I'm working on the next design for her, so because there's some changes go on in the book, and you'll see her in some different outfits and stuff as we go along. This is just kind of her. I
like to do that with my stories as well. It depends. It really depends on the book and where you're going with it. But if you have an opportunity to kind of mess around a bit, why not? Because the overall look is still going to be there. I'm sure that you're going to keep that kind of that stuff going on with the hair, and I don't think it's gonna be too complicated, for readers to follow.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the bracelets and all that stuff. That's something that the females in the clan do. They grow their hair long and put these. They'll either put ribbons or bracelets on them to signify, kind of like rings on a tree.
Yep.
And, when they do, or merit badges for Girl Scouts. The men actually, they get scars. That's how they show their station and knowledge. They show off their scars. So like if they're in a big battle and they get a big gnarly scar.
Yeah. I've seen tribes too that have done that, like the ones I think it was like the African tribes that they have the rings around the neck.
Yes, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, which is cool. It works like you said. The tribal things. Yeah, it all comes together.
It's just the little things. So we're hoping to get a little bit higher. Right now, I mean, with this, it's looking like it's just going to be the one book. I have stories laid out for 4 books, a whole big overarching story. But right now, I'll have to, hopefully we can get more people to come back it so that we can get everybody a second book. Love the gore. Yeah, there could be plenty of gore. This is.
Yeah, man, it's great.
Blue Samurai asks, how do we get sketch cards torn? How do we pick a character? You email us? Yeah, I can email you. You can email me. It's not. I'll send them out, and you can pick whoever you want out of the book.
Beautiful.
Yeah, definitely.
Very cool, man. Yeah, tell us about the tiers.
Tiers. All right, the first featured one there. That's the big Kahuna. That's it's $30 for the book, and you get 11 by 17. It's like a mini poster. It's not a big movie poster, but it's basically the size of the art that I did, on a, the original art, which I've already sold the original cover, but it's 11 by 17 color. It'll be folded up with the book, and you'll be able to hang that up because I think it's a pretty cool cover. Yeah. And then you get all the stretch goals that are listed down below, which are, so far I've added some of the trading cards to it, and the stickers. That's what you're going to be getting in, signed books and all that stuff.
Right. Very cool, man. Yeah, that's a damn good tier.
And we got the mini print add-on tier, and that's just those are, I believe it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So basically a half a sheet of paper size.
Okay.
Prints of, we got ones by for my Urban Drawer and Joby Dore. They did one. And then I have 2 in there, and then Carl Rose doing one, and then I have one more that's going to be hasn't been revealed yet. So you'll get 6 prints out of that total.
Nice. When you hit 6K, that's when you're gonna reveal that one as well.
Yeah, the Carl Rowe, yeah, and maybe the last one I'll save that towards the end. But
okay,
I've been kind of holding things off, so we got something to market, to show things off. Can't get on every stream, so you gotta keep people in touch. Like, what's gonna happen next?
Yeah, everyone's going, you're holding out on me.
And then next we got the trading card tier, which a lot of those have been added to that main tier, but there's still you get 10 here, but right now you only get 7 in the one tier. If we get up to close to 7, I have 4 other artists ready to do more cards, and then most of the artists I've already had do cards, like you, Vinny, and everybody else. They're you guys are like, yeah, I'll do another one. So so I could go on and on with artists, I think, if I really wanted to. So if we got up to where most of the 10 get revealed, get added to the main tier, we can always add more trading cards, but that's a few thousand away. That hasn't been done. So, but you would only get those cards in this trading card. You would only get special cards.
Right.
There's also a special card that I'm going to reveal probably in March. I think people will like that too.
Right.
And then the next one is just the book.
Mm-hmm.
No stretch goals, no nothing. Just the book. It's sent, no poster, no nothing. Just the books.
But you said it's past 48 pages already, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's going to be included. You'll get the 48 pages plus. You'll get 50 some pages. But you just get the book. Mm-hmm. It's thrown in, well, not thrown, but it's packaged up very nicely and sent out to you, and that's it. Yeah, that's all you get. Cheaper.
Don't kick it around before you put it in there. That's not good.
Yeah, but you just get the book, no extra stuff, because some people don't like all the extra stuff. It's not the thing.
Yeah, some people just want the meat. They don't need the potatoes, the beans, that other stuff.
Yep. And then I'm doing this. If you want to do a full color sketch card, you can get that done. Of any character your choice out of the book. I'll be doing a bunch of those. Hopefully people grab some of those. I've been doing some for other campaigns. They've been really popular. So.
Yeah, and they are beautiful. The work you're doing on them is really, really great.
Thank you.
Of course.
And that's a good suggestion for anybody else doing campaigns and you're struggling to get a little bit of extra money added. Come hit up some artists. We all, smaller ones who have names. Mm-hmm. We all have electric bills to pay, and sketch cards are something that you can add. Phil has been doing it with some success, and some other creators have been adding. We've been kind of doing sketch cards The Gods Fear Me. That's another one. We're all
Yeah.
doing sketch cards for one another, and they're selling them on their campaigns for a little extra bump.
Yeah. He had reached out to me as well, but my schedule's been so messy lately, and because I've been taking work outside of comics. So
you got to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a good way. You can reach out to me. You can reach out to, I know, Simon and Joe Ball, and they're always looking for. It's not a ton of work.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a little extra scratch for us, and you can sell them for good money and advertise them, and people will buy them. They've been selling like hotcakes for everybody. So it's a suggestion, something we're kind of trying to spread around. We kind of started with us little core group of people, and we're kind of spreading it around to help other smaller campaigns out. So it's a good way of doing it if you're like really close to your goal.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're over and you need a little bit more. I'm probably going to be doing that here soon, but I've been doing sketch cards for everybody else.
Yeah. So,
but my time will come, I'm sure. So we have the black and white full character sketch. It's person of your choice out of the book. A pencil and ink, separate piece of paper. It's not it's on a nice piece of cardstock, and done by me. And It'll come. This does not include the book. Neither does the sketch cards. These are totally separate. So, because again, people, don't always want this stuff. So you just add it on.
This is straight up just $50 for a drawing.
That's it. Yeah, and then and then you can get the book, and I'll put it in there with you. Or if you just want the picture, I'll send it to you separate. That's fine too.
Cool.
So always want to give people options.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Get Drawn Into the Book. I already got 2 people for that. You'll be a barbarian in the book. That's actually a self-portrait right there.
You've been working out.
Yeah. Well, you can't see there. I got the book hiding my big gut. So, but you can be put in the book as one of the barbarians, and you won't just be in the background.
Mm-hmm.
You'll actually, I think everybody's going to be in there at least twice. So, all right, Tink Ferret, cool. You'll be on there at least twice. Pretty sure.
That's awesome.
And we'll work with you. So it's a good perk. I suggest everybody pretty much adds that to their books.
Yeah.
So this is my second book.
Mm-hmm.
So I did coloring book before this.
I remember that.
Yes. And that got delivered, no problems as far as I know. Everybody's very happy with it. So this is my everybody bothering me. Why don't you do a comic book? Why don't you do a comic book? So I said, all right.
Yeah, I think your style definitely worked beautifully on this. From that coloring book, because I remember you had a lot of really killer pieces and dragons and stuff like that. So yeah, seeing you do this, I think it was a very smart move.
Yeah, I think I tried to get in the comic book industry before, but that was a while ago, and I didn't really do sequential. So I took a lot of time. To really study sequential art. Yeah. Before I did this book, and I'm still learning, and because sequential art's a totally different beast.
It really is. In order to really capture the mood of what's going on in the story, not just the action stuff, but the little moments, right? Right. Every little bit helps. It's being a director, and then some. Yeah. I always equate it to being the director, the actors, just the lighting, cinematographer. It's everything.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I'm still learning things and trying to be, because the book ramps up. Sorry about that.
Oh, no worries. Being an account for $100, very tempting. Yeah, that is that's I think one of the lowest prices I've ever seen. To get drawn into a book. So yeah, that's
yeah. You also get a concept sketch of it too. So it's not just like you're in the book and that's it. Mm-hmm. I work with you to draw your character, and you get that concept sketch with it. So
what you're saying is we get hands on with passion.
That sounds
Everybody wants their hands on me, so
Uh-oh.
Passion's dog.
Ro is first in line. I know.
No. Well, I made Ro reevaluate his life. Just joking. But really, it's going to be a great book. I think everybody's going to have a really good time reading it and like it. And if you're into this kind of stuff, please check it out. And I promise you a really good book. And last thing I'd like to say before we go, that I'm actually be doing another book with a guy, Mark Middleton. It's going to be called Grave Robbers.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look up Grave Robbers, you can get on the sign-up list now. It is a horror Western book. So Old West mixed with horror stuff, classic horror, like werewolves and mummies and all that kind of great stuff.
That sounds wicked.
And we're going to be having some more stuff out here in the next coming weeks. That's my next book. And I'm really excited about that one. So,
Hell yeah, brother.
I'll have another coloring book out this summer. And that'll be a horror book, actually. It's going to be a horror coloring book.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's going to be
Very cool, man.
book.
Yeah, a lot of the horror stuff is that's up my alley too. I love it. So very cool. Yeah, everybody check this one out. This book has gone past 48 pages as well. These designs are beautiful. This book looks really, really great. His tiers, he's got amazing prices on them. So yeah, help out Passion with this amazing book. Yeah,
Yeah, it
be
looks
a ton of fun.
incredible.
Hell yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hail, brother. That's
All right, I talked enough.
Well, that's all good, man. And yeah, Mike, if you want to dip, just let me know now.
Okay, yeah, I guess I'll head out because I don't know when Winger's gonna send me the link, but I really do appreciate you having me on. It was
Of course, man.
it's good to I don't think I've streamed with any of y'all yet, so it's good to talk to all of y'all. Sorry I couldn't stay longer, but I really appreciate it. And,
Yeah, no, it's all good. That's why I wanted to make sure that we got you on. We covered your campaign. It looks really good. You're a pretty cool dude as well. So yeah, fingers crossed. Everybody, jump on this one. And thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And I'll catch the rest of the episode later on the replay. But I already know Grim Reaper 2 looks excellent, Carla. So I'll check out your
Thank you, Michael.
I don't want to interrupt Carla if we started. You got to know what I'm saying. I wasn't kicking you.
Yeah, but thanks again, guys, and I'll see y'all later.
No problem, brother.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Later, Mike.
Very cool. All right, let's jump over to the Grim Reaper 2. The lovely, talented Carla. Let us know what we got here.
I'm Vinnie's sister, everybody, just for your information. Okay, anyway. Well, The Grim Reaper is a story that my husband and I created. He's the writer and creator of the story, and I do pretty much all the visuals. So, well, The Grim Reaper is a cosmic horror story in which we don't have people as characters, but we have concepts. We have anthropomorphic representations of concepts. For example, Death, who happens to be the protagonist in this case. Here with me, I have issue 1, so you can see. I'm gonna show it.
Yeah, there we go.
This is one of my favorite pages. I don't know why. Yeah, no spoilers, guys, because my camera is not HD, so no spoilers so far. And well, yeah, like we delivered the first issue super fast, like a month after we closed the campaign. So people were super happy with that. So we have been doing a very strong start in this second campaign. We're super happy about that. In this campaign, we are offering 3 books for $30, which is a steal, guys. So if I were you, I would back it. I mean, I think it's very interesting about the Green Reaper. It's a very original story because you don't find yourself rooting for Death every day. Let's say that you feel identified with this character, because in issue 1, Azrael, the Angel of Death, doesn't wanna keep being the Green Reaper, so he chooses Manfred von Richthofen, who is the Red Baron from World War One, and he chooses him because he's not afraid of death. So Manfred is now the new Green Reaper, and he has to learn everything about his new job. And he has this problem that humans develop a very advanced technology in which they can bring people back from the dead, and the Green Reaper doesn't know what to do because that person that was artificially alive doesn't have a soul. So that's basically the main plot from Green Reaper 1.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Reaper problems, things that that are very particular of that you won't see every day. So in this second issue, the Manfred, the Green Reaper, has another problem in which an immortal being dies. And the Green Reaper's job is not only killing people that is alive or any being that is alive, but also to keep immortals immortal. So he fails this time because an immortal is being killed, and he has to figure out who did it and with what. The what is the main. It's very important in this story, and I promise that when you figure that out, it will be super interesting because it makes the story develop a lot. And it's like a detective story because you join the Green Reaper to restore the order in universe again. So he's basically the hero, and it's a very weird hero because every time he walks in the forest or something, like the flowers die in every step he steps in. So yeah, here in that picture that Vin is showing you, that's the immortal being in hell. That's a scene called Lost. She's being rescued there. So I lost
it's a beautiful page. I love this one.
Yeah, that looks great. Colors on that look great.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. This book is 40 pages long, and we also offer the spin-off, which is more or less 30 pages long. So it's a lot of pages for minimal price. Also, I haven't talked about the spin-off yet. My husband loves to include historical figures in his stories. So in issue 1, for example, we have Dracula, we have, well, of course, the Red Baron, and in this spin-off, it's going to be in pre-communist Russia. The protagonist is going to be Rasputin, the Mad Monk of Siberia. He's very good friends with the Green Reaper, and he's a very well-known necromancer from that time.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing is that the Green Reaper comes to tell him, well, my friend, you're going to die. Just wanted to tell you, I'm going to save you from a very painful death, And they start drinking some vodka together. I think the page is a little below or up. I don't remember. But
the Rasputin one? I think it was above, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, wasn't it?
A little bit above. Oh, that's Rasputin dying. And a little...
Yeah. A little.
Oh, there. They are drinking some vodka together, and they are all happy and singing and all drunk. So Rasputin challenges Death to an arm wrestling competition, and if he dies, if he loses, Rasputin will be able to be alive longer. Mm-hmm. So he actually gets away with that, and.
Yeah, because I like that you guys did that. You took something in history because there was the whole thing of he couldn't really die when he got drunk. He got shot. He drowned. There was all.
Oh yeah. that actually happened. Like Rasputin
Oh,
was
yeah.
very hard to kill.
Mhm.
And the way that John is explaining that is because he had this medallion that the Green Reaper gave him. As long as he wears the medallion, he won't be killed. And that's
Yeah.
the reason.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Like my husband is very clever with that kind of ideas, and he makes everything work out in a way that you never imagined. So I think that that's very super interesting about this book. If you like this kind of stuff, you like history, and you like dark stories, but they are also very hilarious at some moments. So it's a very nice balance.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I think it's a very fun read. We also have been chosen by Tinfoil Hat Nick as his second favorite comic from Comicsgate in 2019, and we are super honored. I always brag about that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
we're
yeah. No, that's
super
definitely
happy.
that is something to brag about for sure. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
Tinfoil Hat Nick, he's been promoting so many books, looking at every single campaign. So for him to
Exactly.
say that, yeah, that's that's a high bar.
Exactly. We are super happy about that because Nick truly understood like the story, and he always like helped us promote and everything because he really loved the story. So yeah, it's a very nice read. It's super inexpensive. It's like just look by yourselves. It's 3 books for $30. So
Oh,
yeah.
we got a question for you. Where is it here for Carla to yell at us in Spanish or Italian in Grim Reaper 2? Ask you for a friend.
I don't think you want that.
That was hilarious, though.
Oh yeah, that would be. I'm pretty good at that. I was born in Uruguay, and in my country we are very good at cussing and saying bad words. So it's like a hidden talent I have. Yeah.
Hilarious, yeah. I had a friend who was from Uruguay as well, so yeah, it's definitely true.
Yeah. Do you know that?
I know that. Tell us about the tiers. So for $30, what do we get?
All right. So yeah, the featured tier is that I told you is issue 1 of Green Reaper, issue 2, which I forgot to tell you is gonna be perfect bound this time. Like the first time we did this stapled version, of course, really awesome quality. If you have backed Vinnie's books, you know what I'm talking about. But this one is stapled, and we wanna make Green Reaper 2 perfect bound, so that's gonna be a good upgrade. In Green Reaper 2 is actually a huge upgrade for both John and me because we have been growing a lot in our.
Yeah, hold up the book one more time so they can see it.
Oh yeah, look, all shiny. I want to make it shine, baby, shine. There you go.
But I told you, I love the shiny feel on these books.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we also like got a cemetery for all our backers. Like we kill you as we promised. And well, this is us. Yeah, little introduction. Yeah, the comics.
Yeah, this is very cool.
Yeah, the skull in the front, it reminds me of like the Venture Brothers.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Which is awesome too. Yeah, I backed this one. I've also backed Grim Reaper 2. So if you guys haven't, please jump on it. But yeah, sorry. Yeah, let's get back to the tiers. I just want everyone to see, the actual physical book as well. That's why I did the solo layout.
All right. So yeah, we have a lot of tiers. So yeah, then we have Underworld, which is just the PDF of Green Reaper 2. That would be $7 if I don't remember. Sorry, I want to. Mogwai is saying, vos ses uruguaya. Qué bien. Sí, soy uruguaya. Besitos, Mogwai. Kisses. All right, so yeah, Underworld is the PDF of Volume 2, Issue 2, not Volume, Issue, sorry. Then we have Hades, which will be issue, oh my goodness, Issue 2 plus the spin-off for $10. Then we have Thanatos. I'm not good at pronouncing those names, sorry guys. That will be the physical copy of Issue 2. Then Charon, PDF Super Pack, pretty much everything PDF. We're going to include the pinups which are very, very sexy, and are also our first stretch goal, which is at 2,000. If we reach 2,000, everybody's gonna get a free sexy pinup, and those are super, super sexy. Yeah, Vinny knows what I'm talking about.
Super sexy.
Yeah.
Super sexy.
Then we have Cerberus, which is the 2 physical copies of Volume 2, Issue 2. Oh my goodness, see? Issue 2. And the spin-off, if you already backed first issue, you maybe want to get this one. Then we have Purgatorio, which is the physical copy, the pinup, the spin-off, and the t-shirt. We actually designed very nice t-shirts. I'm gonna show you the template very, very, very soon. I have been working on that. It's looking very, very badass. Sorry for the expression, but yeah.
It's all good.
So yeah, that's for $60. Then we have Paradiso. Oh yeah, the names are very hilarious. My husband did that. He always that kind of stuff.
I hope it doesn't get you guys tripped up when you start to do the fulfillment part of it, because you know, like, oh, what was Paradiso again? Like you have to have a proper list for yourself.
Oh, it's actually the other way around, because I'm very good at memorizing like names, but not the other stuff. So
okay.
So yeah. Oh yeah, and also like we are learning about all this crowdfunding stuff. So maybe we do a lot of perks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, he's a very smart writer. Indeed he is. I'm sorry, I don't do justice to the story by giving the pitch myself, but trust me, it's very good story.
You did a good job, and yeah, we'll have John on as well. Yeah, we got to pick a day that he's not working, and yeah, we're gonna do a proper showcase with them as well.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
So yeah, we normally don't we sell like 4 or 5 perks a lot, so we know that those work for next time. Okay, so we have Paradiso. I already told you, right? Yes. Then we have the 5 rivers, which are only 5 spots. We already sold 3 of them, which is the draw-in tier. We only have 2 spots left, and we just started the campaign. So if you are interested in this, do it because we already sold 3 of them. One of the requests, which I'm super excited, is Piper, that told me she wanted to be a werewolf. So I'm super excited about that. It's gonna be like a hellish werewolf. So
sweet. That's awesome.
Yeah, like she was like, I want to back it, but it doesn't have werewolves. Yeah, but it could. So now we will. Yeah. That includes a sketch that I make in paper, not digital, traditional.
That's right. Yeah, and I got one of Carla's sketches on the first campaign, and yeah, it's beautiful. So yeah, you would definitely want that. Anyone who's questioning it, yeah, it's really, really great stuff.
If an artist like Vinny says that, I would trust him, guys. Yeah.
That's right. Boner King approved.
I love that. All right.
I need to get a stamp made up for that.
Yeah, we need one. I swear I'm gonna make one. Okay, then we have the Grey Sisters, which is that includes a commission. That could be anything you want. I actually got commissioned in last campaign, and it was a marijuana lawyer that asked me to do a very groovy illustration. So anything goes, guys. I won't say no, except for little exceptions. So yeah.
Yeah, just try to keep it a little bit of class.
Yeah.
Don't go super tasteless.
Yeah, this is coming from Vinny.
That never happens. Yeah.
I always keep it classy.
Mm.
Hey, I'm not mailing doing crazy drawings with people in the back holes.
Oh no! This is
no. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so then we have the Necromancer, which is basically everything. That's basically everything. You have the commission, you have the pinup, you have the shirt. Yeah. You don't have the drawing. That's the only thing you don't have. Then you have everything else. And then my favorite and last one, and we are so crazy about like my husband and I are crazy people. We did this Pandora's box tier, which we're not telling you what it has inside. And it's the most expensive one. Woohoo! Yeah. Totally rational and very adult, well-made decisions. If you back this,
It could be a boat.
It could be a boat.
yeah, it could be anything. No, I'm kidding. Like the only one thing we promise you is that it's gonna be worth your money. That's what we promise you. But we're not telling you what it has. It will have the books, and it will have merchandise.
Yeah, let's make it clear. So everything that's in this $250 tier, we could expect in Pandora's box, right?
Yeah, but of course that if we're gonna make a big difference, because it's not just like the previous one, right? That in
right. No. But I'm saying at the very least, though, whoever gets that, they're definitely gonna get all of this plus whatever surprise you guys have.
Yes, but that's the boring part. You know, guys. Yeah, that's my husband super happy when we receive the books.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yay.
Excellent. Very, very cool. So yeah, guys, everybody, guys, girls, whoever's listening, watching, back this project. They're really great creators. And John and Carla, they're also the ones who did have the that house fire, which really sucks, but they managed to get back on their feet with this project. You know, they were able to save some files as well. And yeah, this thing is happening, which is amazing. Amazing. The support everyone's been giving and jumping on with, this is very cool. So
it's awesome. We're super, super grateful with you guys.
Hell yeah. So yeah, definitely jump on it. I'll play the trailer as well. I forgot to do that before. That was awesome.
Yay. You know that I went to a couple streams, and one host was so excited about the video that actually hired me to do his video.
Oh yeah. That's awesome.
Oh yeah. So well, everything helps. I think I have a question here from Blue Samurai Zero. Yeah. He says, my copy of #1 has white borders on the covers and pages. What is that? Well, those are white borders. But that was a little thing a little mistake in our first ever printing of the book. But of course, you can always contact us and we can send you one without the white borders. So yeah, sorry about that.
Sometimes it is trial and error, especially this is your very first book. So yeah, you need to you got to go over stuff a little bit better when we're talking with the printer as well. And it's a learning curve, and that's what we've all had on different campaigns. I know, like I've had it on my first campaign as well. So you addressed it with the reprint on that.
Yes. Now we printed it again, and of course it has no white borders. But well, it was like you say, Blue Summer Zero. You got the first printing. So
that's right.
That's the limited edition. No, but seriously, if you want one without the white borders, we can send you one. So yeah, just contact us.
Awesome. Very, very cool. See, where everybody's reasonable and good people. So, yeah, that's a great thing. Now I'm going to bore everybody with my campaigns. Yep, Patch fell asleep already.
I backed it today. Today I backed Through the Woods, and I'm so happy, guys.
Yes,
Listen.
thank you so much. Yeah. So I'm sure everyone knows by now too. This is a story about Laura Langley. She's an investigative journalist, and she gets pulled into this ghost story. One that started 100 years prior on the land that she inherited. It used to be a loggers camp, and there was some terrible things that happened. And yeah, the events kind of are still evident in the present day. And yeah, Laura kind of she gets pulled into this whole story. So I'm going to play the trailer for you guys. Actually, I have a really cool promo someone did for me as well. I'll show that. I got two good ones.
Oh, you got two now. Okay.
Yeah. Well, the Kelsey Shannon one was super, super short, but
it doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be long to sell books.
Yeah. So yeah, cool. Shay's here. Hey, Shay. But yeah, I'm gonna play it. Red Gaze did the first video, so this has like all the juicy stuff you need to know about the story.
From Frankie and Vinnie Tartamella comes Through the Woods, the collected edition. This edition compiles the 3-issue miniseries into one solid volume for fans of Through the Woods and newcomers alike. Written by Frankie Tartamella and fully illustrated and assembled by Vinnie Tartamella, Through the Woods is an esoteric ghost story that will leave you haunted yet fulfilled. Follow investigative reporter Laura Langley as she unearths the tragic history of her newly inherited home and cabin in North Hudson, New York. This is a tale that started 100 years earlier, when this very land was a loggers' camp in the early 1900s. Laura's investigation finds her learning of her family's past and accidentally reawakens a restless spirit. Find out what else is haunting the pages of this completed series. If you missed the first campaign, this is the perfect chance to get your hands on this epic ghost story. This is the fable of an investigative journalist caught in the middle of a ghost story. A tale that started 100 years ago. Don't miss this second chance to take a midnight stroll through the woods.
Huh.
So yeah, that was a good one. And I did see a quick question though for Carla about Grim Reaper. Yeah, from Blue Samurai, because he's making notes. He's doing a video. He reviewed Through the Woods, the original set, the floppies. One of the best reviews I've ever seen. Yeah, check that out. Yeah, Blue Samurai did an amazing job on that. But yeah, he wants to know how much of the plot is it okay for him to show during the video.
I don't know how to answer this. I mean, not everything, but already heard what I'm telling everybody, a little synopsis. So yeah, I'm very looking forward to seeing the review, and thank you for that.
Very cool. Yeah, he did go a little bit surprised, didn't he? But yeah, I got to show you guys the new promo. This was really cool.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, I saw it.
This was amazing. was killer.
Back it now.
Yes,
Back it
that was
today.
Ted Zagaro. So yeah, if you guys, anyone else wants any cool trailers, hit him up. He's got fair prices for comic skaters. So yeah, very cool dude. That was killer. And Kelsey Shannon had done one that I'm pretty sure everyone has seen, and if not, super short, but it's great.
Back through the woods today on Indiegogo.
Some grindhouse fun right there. I think we'll do that one more time.
Back through the woods today on Indiegogo.
This is a very good
that's my favorite.
reminder of what's the kingdom in which you are now. This is the Bonner King. Don't forget.
Yeah, don't forget.
That's everybody's
Friendly
favorite one. I
reminder.
don't know why.
Yeah.
And Kelsey Shannon also has a piece that's going to be in this book. So yeah, let me scroll down. Yeah, this is the piece that's going to be in it. He won a drawing competition that was on War Campaign. That was on the characters from Through the Woods. So I decided to put it in the actual in the book. So people were very excited about that one too. And yes, this book did hit my stretch goals. So it's going to be an oversized hardcover book. It's not
great.
90. It's 96 pages. It's 98 pages.
Whoa.
So yes, thank you, Passion. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, I'm very excited about this one. I hope more people will keep jumping on it because I have some other stretch goals that are also in the works. At 15K, we're now going to have bookmarks, and then I have some surprise stretch goals once we hit 20 and 25K. So just so you guys know, yeah. It's not exactly Pandora's box, but it's definitely going to be it's going to be something different. Or actually, it's going to be kind of in line with some of the other comic skaters are doing as well. But anyway, yeah, let's hit 15K first, and then I'll start unlocking the other ones so you guys can check it out. My brother had actually made a funny comment on Twitter. He said at 50K, we're going to get a version of this bookmark naked. And I can't argue with that. At 50K, yeah, let's do it.
Let's push it, guys. Come on.
So keep pushing it, and you'll get a fun version of this bookmark as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Sure.
Thank Frankie for that one.
Yeah, that's just changing some layers. I mean, it's not a whole lot of work, Vinny. If you're gonna keep the axe, I mean, that's important.
Well, I'll be repainting this entirely. Well, her anyway. I don't have this on all different layers like other people. I work differently. I kind of work as if it's an oil painting. Like I have very minimal layers when I'm working.
But as Vinny always says, keep it classy. So
keep it classy. Yeah, it'll still be classy.
You know.
Yeah, tasteful, no bush.
Exactly.
No bush.
We're all crazy here, but we're all having fun too. This book is seriously, it is a completed story. There's a lot of like amazing stuff happening in it. It is a ghost story. There's some horror elements for sure. Yeah, so we are following Laura in this story, but and how she kind of she reawakens this restless spirit. But yeah, what happened in the past was pretty crazy and dark. So yeah, if you guys are into that type of stuff, yeah, please jump on this one. My tiers are they're pretty simple. So for 35, you guys are going to get the hardcover oversized book. So it's like 8.5 by 11 inches. Actually, it's closer to 9 by 11.5. But yeah, the artwork, because I have a proof copy, it printed so beautifully. Those interior pages are like mouth watering. The level of detail that's in there now, you could see it even more clearly. I think people are really, really going to dig that. So for $35, you get the book by itself. For $40, you get it signed by both me and Frankie, or Frankie and I rather, the writer, and me, the artist. I did everything else on that book. For $200, you'll get the graphic novel signed, and a head sketch of one of the characters from the book. It'll be a random head sketch, so it could either be Laura or it could be Jack or one of the other characters. But it's going to be like at this level of detail, just so you guys know. And anyone who's backed my previous campaign, City of Venus, Dead City, they know the level of detail I put into the sketches. People said stop calling it a sketch because it's not a sketch. It's a detailed, highly detailed drawing.
A portrait.
A portrait, yeah.
Yeah, that takes a lot of time.
Yeah, so it's good stuff.
Mhm.
What did I see? I saw a question somewhere in here. Someone asked if the lumberjack turns into a werewolf. No, no, that's not. you gotta read the story, but no, he's not a werewolf. But no, there's a lot of good stuff happening in this. You guys are gonna love it. Yes, always push the naked. Hi, Cyborg. Oh yeah, that's funny. Peter, yeah, I'll happily take that money. But you guys are getting an amazing book in the process. So, and yeah, the most expensive tier is the only original artwork that was actually printed from the book. It's the cover, and it's the brand new cover I did. So it's the pencil and ink 11 by 17 board, and that's why it's $3,000. That's why it's so expensive. But you also get the graphic novel with it. Again, that's kind of like my Hail Mary tier. If it sells, that's amazing. If it doesn't, I'll probably just frame it myself and put it on a wall. But yeah, I just want to at least give that option because I know there's a couple of high rollers who do like collecting cover artwork. And again, this is the only original artwork that I'm selling from the book.
Let it age and then you sell it for like 50,000.
Yeah. I like what you think.
It's like Jim Lee numbers. I think Jim Lee cover goes for like at least 6 figures.
Well, it all depends, right? It depends on what the project is too. Because I know when I worked for Todd McFarlane, it was the same thing. Like, there were the collectors who they spent an arm and a leg to try to get his originals. Because for a while he wasn't selling them. I think all the Spawn stuff, he hasn't sold any of those.
Well, he's been putting out artist versions of the books lately.
Yeah, which is also cool.
Yeah, a lot of those guys were smart. They kept a lot of their art. Yeah,
I know he had a few Spider-Man one pieces that went out, but at the same time, like it burned his ass. He's like he'd rather have them all, and if he decides to sell them, that's up to him.
Yeah.
So I get that. Trust me, it was hard to part with original. When you put them on that 11 by 17 board, and you really are like all night working on it, it's not the easiest thing to just get rid of.
Yeah.
But I do want to say too that I did have sets of the first printing. That tier did sell out, but it was literally just the what I had left over from the very first campaign. So and those were all mailed out, so people should be receiving those soon. So yeah, part of this campaign has already been fulfilled, which I think was pretty cool. But yeah, so all the artwork is finished. We're doing some minor tweaks here and there with the book just to make sure everything is spectacular with it. I have a proof copy, so the ones that I have now, we could really like double check, and I could make sure everything is where it's supposed to be. So yeah, I'm really going all out for you guys. Like I said, hardcover is not cheap to do. So the price that's here, almost all of it is going into production of the book and mailing. So just so you guys know. And I appreciate all the support you guys have been giving us. It's really great. Even City of Venus, I started moving a lot more of those. I crossed the 16K mark with this. So yeah, thank you guys. 323 backers on this one.
Nice.
Still available. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be keeping it up because things do get complicated once I start to hit the fulfillment on the other campaign. I don't know if I'm closing this one out before Through the Woods gets the fulfillment process happens. Just because again, I don't want anything to get lost in the shuffle because it's a lot of work to pack and mail all these things out, do the drawings.
You pick a number and stop. Like if it gets like 25, stop.
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking about that. But yeah, we'll see. But anyway, for the moment, it is still live. So if you guys want it, I suggest backing the featured tier because there's an exclusive Volume 2 art book with this. It's the same size as the comic. Beautiful glossy finish on that as well. It's 52 pages of artwork from everything from superhero, TV, film, video games. I put everything into these books. So you'll get a really, really great chance to see what else I do aside from horror and futuristic and hot chicks. I do a little bit of everything. So yeah, I mean, and I was also known to be a portrait artist for a while as well. Did a bunch of covers for different companies. But yeah, so you guys will get a good taste of that.
Vinny does everything, and everything is awesome. Like it's. As an artist, it's very hard to be that versatile. So that's always gonna be like my huge admiration with Vinny.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, because I even after City of Venus, I had done a children's book that we released that was done in a Disney style with kind of like these little monsters. But yeah, again, totally different from everything else. So I try to jump all over the place and really flex that artistic muscle. So yeah. These are some of the samples you'll get out of the Volume 2 art book. So you'll see it's pinup stuff. What do you call it? Mythology. A little bit of everything. I can't show everything, obviously, but and the Volume 1 art book is still available as well. Again, not sure how much longer I'm going to keep it open for, but there's also a link on this campaign you can click, or on Twitter. I have my pinned tweet has links for all the campaigns. So check it out. Sunsworn, Edge of Annihilation. This is Red Gaze's novel. He was supposed to show up, but I think he got a little bit busy. But anyway, this is also an amazing book that's going to be coming out soon. This is a novel though. So you guys will want to sign up for his pre-launch page here. Again, if you guys know Red, and I'm sure most people do if you're in this chat, great guy, amazing dude, super talented.
That's awesome.
Red's the best. His YouTube channel is amazing. The Red Gaze, so check that out. We could also watch his trailer. If you guys haven't seen it, here it is.
The Red Gaze. From the fertile mind of the Red Gaze comes an all-new science fantasy epic full-length novel, The Sunsworn. The galaxy has known an age of peace and prosperity under the rule of the Astral Union. Its famed Astral Templars maintain order in conjunction with an aloof sect of crystal-wielding mystics known as the Disciples of Ul. These conjurers are tasked with keeping record of galactic happenings and maintaining the balance. But harmony cannot last. Something stirs beyond the borders and within. A forgotten foe will emerge to claim rule over the galaxy. Join the adventure as our heroes and villains become legend.
So be sure to sign up for that. He's also going to have like an art compendium with this. So he's going to get other comic skaters to do some work on this. It's going to be a good thing. Very good thing. So sign up. And also, back all these amazing projects. The Grim Reaper 2, Doom Fate, Grayskale, Through the Woods, City of Venus. If you guys still want it, hop on that. But I think we did a pretty good show tonight. Good showcase. We had a good spotlight showcase. Awesome creators, awesome people in the chat. You guys all rock. If anyone else has anything to say it now.
Thank you, Vinny, for having me today. I'm super happy, and thank you.
An absolute pleasure.
Thank you for having me on, Vinny, too. It's good to see you come a long way, man, since drawing aces, bro.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah, you're doing a great job, man. It's good to see you.
Subscribe to Vinny's channel. Woo!
Yes, I do appreciate that, man. Yeah, please subscribe. Again, I'm going to have a lot more guests, people in Comicsgate, people in animation. I'm trying to get a couple more actors as well. So yeah, keep your eyes out on that. If you haven't seen my other streams, yeah, I did some cool interviews with Serena Vincent, with Lee Ehrenberg. He was in Pirates of the Caribbean, Seinfeld, a whole bunch of stuff. Grandmaster Bram Frank, my friend, amazing martial art legend. He's got these amazing knives, so you guys can still check that stuff out. And back at too, his knives are for sale and they are epic. Yeah, Cecil, I had him on. That stream was, I think, to date, like my most viewed stream. It was a fun conversation when you get two New Yorkers in a room together and just start chatting.
Oh boy,
it's a fun time. And yeah, and if anyone wants to see the Joe Quesada story, it's all in there in detail. So yeah, again, I'm not shy in throwing shade at that, lump of shit. But for the most part, yeah, I stay drama free. I just like to promote awesome creators, talk about these great books, hang with everybody. Every now and then we'll talk about video games, movies, you name it. So yeah, it's a good thing. And I will start to do some drawing tutorials a little bit later in the year. I do have a lot more projects coming. The pirate one, yeah, that one is going to be the campaign I do right after Through the Woods. I'll give myself a little bit of a break because, yeah, this is very, very time consuming to do all this stuff. And, the majority of it alone, it's very tough. But, yeah, that project, you guys, I want to leave you with your jaws hanging open on that one. I've showed some pages here and there. But yeah, the work that's going into that, yeah, that's man.
It's time to level up, Vinny. It's time to level up, my friend.
You guys have no idea how badly I want to show you more stuff, but I can't yet.
I think we all do.
Yeah. We all have so many amazing projects happening.
You're the first one to get excited about the pages because you are making them. So.
Oh like yeah. There might be a teaser in Through the Woods, just so you guys know.
Cool.
So yeah, so definitely another reason to back Through the Woods for sure. But yeah, so thank you everybody. I did do some drawing streams in the past. They were kind of like quick little ones that I'm just rambling about by myself. But again, if you guys want to check it out, you can just do a deep dive in my videos. And you could find it. But yeah, so thank you everybody. Thank you, my wonderful guests. Thank you everyone in chat. Till next time, be kind to one another, but keep kicking ass. Later.